You ever think you're just living quietly, tending your garden, only to realize you've accidentally declared war on the neighborhood's wannabe dictator? That's what happened when I moved to Willow Ridge, expecting peace, and instead got Helen Carver, the HOA queen who thought snipping my internet cable was a power move until she found out I controlled the signal for the whole damn town. Let me tell you how I turned her petty victory into her downfall, and why I'm still not sure if I was the hero or the villain. I ditched the tech rat race, burned out, and settled in Willow Ridge suburb so perfect it felt like a stage set, all tidy lawns and fake smiles. My plan was simple: grow tomatoes, sip coffee, and maintain my private telecom tower, a beast of fiber and microwave arrays I'd built outside town. That tower wasn't just my Babbitt-powered emergency systems for the fire department, police, even school buses, all under government contracts, plus it gave me internet so fast I could download a movie before my coffee cooled. I kept it hush-hush, no bragging, just wanted to blend in. But Helen, the HOA's self-crowned sheriff, had other ideas. She'd squint at my rooftop relay dish, a sleek thing no bigger than a pizza pan with binoculars, slipping notes in my mailbox: "Your roof's a blight, Mr. Nolan. Fix it." I chuckled, thought she was just bored. Big mistake. That was a battle cry, and I was about to feel the heat. The storm hit like a sledgehammer, black clouds swallowing the valley, wind howling like a banshee. I was prepared, batteries charged, surge protectors on, coffee brewed early. But mid-morning, my laptop flashed red: connection lost. My whole house Wi-Fi, locks, cameras ran on that tower. Reboot failed. Logs screamed physical sabotage. I threw on a raincoat, bolted outside, and splat-face planted in a muddy flower bed. Swearing, I reached the utility box. My fiber line was sliced clean, flapping like a dying fish, with a neon HOA sticker slapped on, unauthorized equipment. I laughed, half mad, because who cuts a cable in a storm? Helen Carver, that's who, thinking she'd won, not knowing she'd just tanked the town's emergency grid. I ran inside, fired up my satellite console, and checked the tower. It was fine, but my node was dead, and worse, fire and hospital systems were offline. My phone buzzed. Fire Chief Malone, pissed: "Sam, our software's down." What gives? Officer Ruiz, texting: "Feed's gone." "You good?" "Dear." Chun from the ER, "Combat urgent, we need that telemetry, Sam." I told them, HOA cut my line. Fixed by noon. But I was livid. Helen didn't know I owned the tower, not the city, not some telecom, me. And she'd just screwed with the guy who could flip her word offline. Let me back up a sec. I never told Willow Ridge about my tower, 12 miles out, looking like any old telecom rig. I'd built it, funded it, and kept one trick: I could control every signal from my phone, deciding who got service. Helen thought she'd zap some rogue antenna, but she'd poked a bear. By noon, the storm was apocalyptic: flooded streets, power lines sparking. Helen posted on the community app: "Device disabled for non-compliance. Internet's coming back. Be patient." I stared, coffee cold, knowing she'd crippled critical systems, clueless that my gear was protected under federal law. Her hedge clipper stunt was a felony, and I was done playing nice. I sent a report: photos, logs, timestamps to the city, the precinct, and Tara, an old body at Homeland Security. Her reply: "We're on it." Then Malone called, voice raw: "HOA killed our backup system, Sam." I confirmed. He muttered, "Insane," and hung up. I drove to the HOA clubhouse, roads slick, branches everywhere. Residents huddled outside, grumbling about dead Wi-Fi. Inside, Helen sat, her yappy dog glaring, smacking like a chess master. "Here for your violation, Mr. Nolan," she purred. I leaned in, voice low. "Who said you could cut a federal line?" Her smirk froze. Your dish wasn't approved, she sniffed. I asked if she knew she'd violated federal law. Blink. I showed her diagnostics her cut crashed emergency systems. Her face twitched. Then I played the trump card, double footage of Helen, raincoat flapping, snipping my line, sticking her sticker like a trophy. Her jaw tightened. Out of context, she stammered. You cut a lifeline, I shot back. Context for that? Residents crowded in, drawn by the drama. Lisa, the HOA secretary, clutched a coffee, eyes wide. I handed her a printout of the Emergency Tech Act, highlighting tampering penalties. Then the twist, Lisa whispered she'd found Helen's notes, admitting she targeted me after hearing me joke about my fancy internet at a diner, thinking I was some tech bro flexing. It wasn't about rules, it was envy, pure and petty. Lisa's voice shook, she didn't tell the board. The room buzzed. I explained my tower's raw fire, police, hospitals, all legal. Helen sputtered, but Lisa cut in, why no city check, Helen? Silence. Mark, a quiet board member, called for an emergency meeting. The app exploded. HOA cut emergency lines, with stories of crashed alarms, a kid's medical bracelet failing. I upped the ante. My tower's legal clause let me lock down service for tampering. I sent a notice, signal diverted from Willow Ridge for integrity. 3 hours later, no internet, no cell service, dead landlines. Helen's kingdom was a digital graveyard. I watched her wave her phone, neighbors yelling about alarms and calls. Checkmate. The meeting was a circus. Residents packed, furious. Helen glared from the side. I showed the footage, logs, laws. Silence. I read a legal notice: tampering, endangerment, federal charges. Lisa whispered to Mark, who said, we're liable. Helen's out. Sign the deal, Sam. The crowd exhaled, some clapped. Helen stormed out. I promised service after the agreement. That night, I got the signed PDF. Helen gone, no interference. I reactivated the grid, but left Helen's house dark. A lesson. The fallout was brutal. Inspectors swarmed, residents spilled. Helen fining Wi-Fi boosters, banning dishes. The HOA's insurance bailed, and a $200,000 grant vanished, blamed on Helen's sabotage. Her house sold, bought quietly by my trust for a tower hub. She left, scowling, no goodbye. The neighborhood hummed again: doorbells, games, a new tech committee. But Helen's dead zone stayed, my silent firewall. Did I overplay my hand, punishing a whole town to teach her? Or was it justice for risking lives? You decide. Drop your take below if you faced an HOA tyrant, I wanna know. Hit subscribe, let's talk.